here at FSU and the FSU family. And honestly, I feel sad. My prayers and condolences go out to all those involved. And I honestly I don't even know what to think. I'm still processing it personally.
And I want to ask you, you personally knew him because you guys were in the same program together.
Yeah, so we went to the Tallahassee Community College, then State College together before he had come here. This was his first semester that I know of at FSU. And, I mean, for the most part, he was like an average day person. We got along well. I had a mutual friend with him, and we would all hang out. He's been to our place together a couple times and whatnot. I mean, we've gone like roller skating and all that together. So whenever we were at home and we were listening to the report and everything, and they said his name, I had him rewind the feed a couple, like 2 or 3 times before I finally realized that this is the person I thought it was. Because when the first time I heard it, I thought that he was one of the few people injured. But now it's weird to think about that was what he was capable of, because he never showed any signs. So I don't really know what to think of it now.
Just a tragedy all where.
I want to bring in now Reed Seabold, an FSU senior
shooter on campus, and so we immediately locked down. We weren't even supposed to be there, but now seeing that, I really just didn't know what was happening.
You prepared mentally. You
doing what we had.
Yeah.
Our only rule was
club that you were in because of him.
He did not feel welcome because he was not welcome with his rhetoric. We allow people to come back, and was really what had happened was we had, it was a debate back and forth, and after enough times, I mean, he did not feel welcome because he was not welcome with his rhetoric. We allow people of all, beliefs, creeds, whatever, and he somehow found a way to not fit the bill on everyone else.
So what went through your mind, Reed, when you
write rhetoric as well, to the point where we had to exercise that rule? I had spent my first 2 years at Tallahassee, now called Tallahassee State College, but we called it TCC, and I was the president of a political talk group we called the Political Roundtable, and he joined the club when I was at TCC. Basically our only rule was no Nazis, colloquially speaking, and he espoused so much white supremacist rhetoric and far-right rhetoric as well, to the point where we had to exercise that rule. I also know he was a member of the TCC Turning Point chapter, and since TCC, I have seen him in passing a couple times. Today, I was talking to a friend who had talked to him yesterday, or 2 days ago, pardon me, and he was talking about how he wasn't ready for exams.
To be clear, Reed, I just want to make sure that folks understand this. So you were a transfer student essentially into FSU, right? So you started the first 2 years in Tallahassee, and that is where you knew Pheonix Ikner, the suspected shooter here. And you say that he was essentially, it sounded like, kicked out of a political club that you were in because of his as you described them, views on white supremacy?
Yes, ma'am. So it wasn't necessarily a formal kicking out, but okay. He was asked not to come back, and was really what had happened was.
Okay, so there's a shooting that had happened in Tallahassee, Florida. Pheonix Ikner, 20 years old. He shot and killed 2 people. 6 other people were injured, and that's pretty much the skinny. That's the skinny. Here's the sanctimonious.
And we wish well those who are currently recovering in the hospital. This killer must and will be brought to justice to the fullest extent of the law. I want to also thank the law enforcement personnel who were on the scene, both for the university as well as for the city of Tallahassee. They ran towards the danger. They stopped this killer from inflicting more harm, and there's no question that they saved lives.
Yeah, it's ironic, though, because Pheonix Ikner, 20-year-old Pheonix Ikner, the guy that killed two innocent people that didn't do a damn thing. He got his service weapon. He got the gun from a sheriff's deputy. His mother's a sheriff's deputy, and he took her police officer gun. So the two people that were killed and the 4, 5, 6 people that were injured was injured because of a sheriff's deputy's gun. The son of a sheriff's deputy. And the sheriff's deputy, they said she was a resource officer, a school cop, Jessica Ikner, who's been an 18-year veteran. So she's been, toting around this murder weapon for 18 years. I don't know if it's the same gun or not, but just ironic that the gun that killed two innocent people was a police gun, and now we're being led to believe that the police saved the day. I mean, this is like a firefighter that puts out his own fires. Oh, the firefighter who lit the fire put out the fire. The cops who provided the weapon and the mentally.
We are all Seminoles today. We stand by to help in any way that we can. God bless you, and God bless Florida State University.
All right, we continue our live team coverage with Channel 9's Ashlyn Webb. Ashlyn, you've been working to learn more about the suspect.
Yes, and we are now getting images of the suspect.
So that's, actually weird too. We're all Seminoles now. And then if you look at this guy's face, I almost feel like, yeah, that looks like somebody that's going to lose their shit. He doesn't know how to smile right. Nobody ever taught him how to smile. Nobody kind of shaped him. Nobody. And then FSU, we're all Seminoles. I heard that the two people wasn't even from Seminole. Well, I don't know. What is this David Packman thing? Well, we're not finished
Hey everyone,
with this.
big heads up. Paleo Valley's running a sale
Wait a
on
second,
all their meat
Paleo
sticks right now.
Valley.
You can get 30 sticks for $36.
30
which comes
sticks
out to
for $36.
$1.20 per stick.
That's about
But before you go
$1.20
and stop-
per stick.
Welcome, everybody. It seems that
Thursday, April 17th, a gunman opened fire on the main campus of Florida State University in Tallahassee, shooting multiple individuals in the vicinity of the student union building.
Tallahassee.
FSU police responded immediately, engaged,
Tallahassee.
neutralized, and apprehended the shooter. 2 victims of are deceased, and 5 individuals have been transported to a local hospital with gunshot wounds.
I heard the two that were
The
killed
shooter
weren't
has
even
also been
students.
transported to a local hospital. The 2 deceased are not students.
Told ya.
The shooter is believed to be a current FSU student. I do not have additional information on the shooter's identity at this time.
Do you have any additional
Students who need
information?
assistance can go to the Donald L. Tucker Center, where the university is providing counseling, health care, and other support services. Family members are also able to go to the Tucker Center for assistance. Students, faculty, and staff are asked to call their loved ones as soon as possible to update them on their status. The student union and the surrounding area is still considered an active crime scene. Individuals should avoid the area. Students should not return to the student union to retrieve personal property at this time. Students may return to their residence halls, but they should otherwise stay indoors on main campus to allow first responders and university staff to do their jobs and respond to those needing assistance. Students may depart campus for the weekend. All classes have been canceled through Friday. Before I turn this over to Chief Revel, I want to thank all the brave men and women of the FSU PD.
You're welcome. That's necessary. We needed to bring the assault weapons, the assault rifles. And the guy was arrested, right? So they didn't shoot him. They was able to effectuate an arrest. They facilitated and effectuated an arrest. Wait, what does facilitate mean? What do you mean by effectuate? They facilitated and effectuated an arrest, Where am I going with this? It's when it comes to 9/11, it was a terrible day, tragic day. but we still went to school. We still resumed our normal daily routine. It just seems crazy to totally upend everybody's life because of this terrible thing. Wouldn't that be a big slap in the face if you didn't turn it into martial law? Emergency powers, martial law, just stop, everything. The whole world has to stop. And was it finals weeks? I mean, people got to do finals. So the final's going to be postponed now? The final? Postponed? And maybe that was the pressure, right? He said that he wasn't ready for finals. Are you ready for finals? No. No, I'm not fucking ready.
For responding immediately to the scene.
It was one of those people, the mother of the Pheonix Ikner.
I also want to thank the responding agencies who have provided assistance to FSU today big time, including the Tallahassee Police Department, the Leon County Sheriff's Office, the Florida Highway Patrol, Leon County Emergency Medical Services, FDLE, and all other responding agencies today. We really appreciate your support.
You're welcome.
That's all the information I have at this time.
Do you have any other information? No. What's this David Packman doing?
Hampshire, has lived in the United States for nearly 4 decades, has been a naturalized American citizen for over 10 years, and after crossing the Vermont border with his wife, maybe at the exact same crossing that I've done 30 or so times when coming back from Montreal, he was pulled aside by CBP agents, told to get out of the car, and when he hesitated for clarification, an agent reached for his gun. Atala complied, but was handcuffed, wrist twisted, dragged away while his wife watched from the car. He asked, "Why am I being..." Citizenship protects you. First, it was undocumented immigrants and green card holders, and then now we are pushing the line. What was determined was that the United States to other countries, where it is supposed to be, extra useful when working out at the gym, and even if you don't want to use the pouches, you don't have to.